Located just south of campus on Main Street, Carburritos is a family-owned and operated casual dining Mexican restaurant. Carburritos offers indoor and outdoor dining options, as well as curbside takeout services. Orders can be placed online at visitcarburritos.com/Davidson. Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Inside Out Show. I'm here with Sam Brown, my co-host. Just a reminder about this podcast. Episodes coming out once a month, and we are sponsored by Carburritos, who's our lovely local restaurant here in Davidson. Season's underway, and it's been great. We had a game against the Sales, and it was just incredible to see the support we had from our students and our fans. We want to keep that up going into the season. So we just want to remind you guys to keep showing up, because when we run out into that packed arena and we see the stands full, it really boosts us and makes us want to play our hardest. So we wanted to remind you guys of that. But we've got 2 great interviews.
Yes, we do.
Coming up with Emilie Bessell, who is on the women's basketball team, and Josh Scovens on our team. Sam, what was one thing you took out of Scovens' interview today?
Yeah, I live with Josh, so maybe it's a bit different for me, but I did hear some perspectives that I haven't heard before. Yeah, and after living with him for the last 6 months at this point, it's pretty funny, pretty special to hear those perspectives.
He's a very interesting guy. He's got a lot of personality, which I think that our viewers are gonna enjoy. But Emily's interview, who's up first, was tremendous as well. She talks about her mental health app that she's developing, Sports Spark. And I think that you guys are really going to enjoy listening to what she has to say about that. I think it's an incredible idea, this app, mental health app for college athletes. And I'm really excited to see when it comes out, when it gets released. So that's awesome. And you guys are going to hear so much more about that. But yeah, like I said, 2 amazing interviews. We're really excited for you guys to hear them. So let's get straight into them. Well, we wanted to welcome on our first guest on the Inside Out Show Season 2, Emilie Bessell. Emilie, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, Hunter?
I'm very well. We're really excited to have you on. As we said, this season, we're going to try and do more guests per episode so you guys can get a look at a lot of different student athletes from around the school. And we just wanted to have her on so you guys could get to know her a little bit. So, yeah, Emilie.
Yep. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me on, guys.
So as I said, you're from Sydney, Australia.
Yep.
We want to get into that a little bit, about what life was like growing up there, and how you started playing basketball, how long you've been playing basketball, and your best memories there growing up, and then becoming a Davidson Wildcat. So you want to start there and your journey in Australia?
Yeah, I think Sydney's a great place to grow up, right next to the beach. That was always nice, like 10 minutes from the beach. I lived in the same house like my whole life, pretty close to everything, 5 minutes from school. It's always handy, like 10 minutes from basketball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just a great place to grow up, great community. And I guess basketball came into the picture for me when I was about 7. I started with soccer. Just like most kids.
You ever played cricket?
No.
I played cricket.
My parents didn't want to sit through the long games.
Yeah, I quit because of that, actually. But
yeah. So started when I was 7. There was a mum who I played soccer with her kid, and she was making a basketball team, was like, to my mom, does Emily want to play? I was like, yeah, like, let's go. May as well. My parents never played basketball. I have an older brother. At that point, he didn't play basketball. So I guess that's how basketball started, from this guy who's his mum. So I started playing on that team. It was just with boys. There was one other girl. And so I played with boys up until I was like 12, I want to say.
Wow.
Quite a while. School basketball was always with the boys. So I think that made me quite competitive. And
yeah, just handing out buckets.
Yeah. So I guess I'm pretty lucky that mom was making that team, and then I started playing rep basketball from there. But initially, so I started on under 12s at my club, but a coach like came up to my dad and was like, "Look, does Emily want to play rep basketball?" And I think I was about 9 at the time, and my dad was like, "When are the practices?" And they finished at like 6:45, and my dad was like, "No, sorry, like that's past Emily's bedtime. She can't do that." And I was like, "Wow!" Like I went to bed pretty early when I was younger. So eventually, pardon?
6:45?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think 6:30 was my bedtime actually.
So, or is that?
Oh no, that was my parents making sure I got my 9 hours or whatever. So I started playing rep basketball when I was about 10 and then stayed at the same club, played through like the Basketball New South Wales stuff as a kid. And
New South Wales is pretty good program, right? That's always what I heard. New South Wales.
I was very fortunate with my club. I had great coaches my whole junior career, and then great state coaches as well who really helped me develop my game. And then college basketball, I would say, was always a big dream of mine. Always wanted to be a college basketball player. So that sort of came into the picture probably when I was 17. I started taking it really seriously, like I want to go to college. And then Davidson came into the picture from under 18s nationals, and obviously James grew up in Melbourne, so he's sort of quite aware of the Australian pathway and how that thing sort of works. So
because there is quite a pipeline, right, with James. I thought you guys had a lot
so many Australians,
Australian players coming through.
which is great. I love that. So after 18s nationals, James reached out and I started talking to him, started talking to other college coaches from that, and then went on a few visits and just loved Davidson. So very lucky and very happy with my choice. Great place to be.
In Sydney, where exactly are you about? Because I was there 2 summers ago in a hostel right off like Bondi.
Nice.
With my sister, we went backpack.
My sister lived in Sydney for a couple of years too.
Do you know where?
I'd never visited her, but she lived like in the suburbs, kind of out of it. Thing. I don't know where she was, but
I use the ferry to get around.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
It's a bit inefficient, but
I like the ferry. I have friends who take the ferry to get to university because it's quicker than taking the bus from where they live. But
is it really like this stuff on both sides of Sydney Harbour? Like, this is kind of
So I live like on this side,
crazy,
and then there's the Harbour Bridge, and then the city. So it probably takes me about 15 minutes to get into the city. So not too bad at all.
Sweet. Can you swim in Sydney Harbour? Is that a thing you can do, or is that too dangerous?
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's lots of ferries, so that's kind of like
Okay.
They're polluted there, but
there's swimming areas around there. Okay, that makes sense. It's kind of like San Francisco. I remember we're in San Fran. We're like, could you swim from Alcatraz back to San Fran? And it was like, no, you probably would die. But
we had a 20-minute argument about whether you could or not.
Yeah.
Who were the people that said they could? Just the rationally confident ones.
Yeah, like Manny and Roberts probably. Yeah. No, I've seen them swim.
To you, when you were looking at all these colleges, can you talk about what made Davidson stand out?
Yeah, I think definitely the Australian pipeline was a big help. Izzy Morgan graduated last year. She
was actually on this podcast last year. So if you guys want to go and watch that episode back, you can do that.
Yeah, should do that. We played at the same club at home, and she lives like 10 minutes from me. So I knew of her. She was like 4 years older than me, so I didn't really, I never played with her when I was at home, but I knew of her and I knew she went to Davidson. And so I think that definitely helped as well. And yeah, I think just overall, like the Australians and then also the coaching staff were just like the best. And I got along with all of them straight away. So
it's just great. You would be going into a place where you'd be comfortable.
Exactly.
And that is absolutely attractive. I mean, that was a big piece for me. I knew Matt pretty well, and I already liked Davidson. I liked the school, the size. I mean, it's interesting. Like, it is a weird position to be in as an athlete.
Yeah.
And you're getting recruited by all these places, and it's a huge commitment to give these years of your life to. So I think you need to be really selective about the environment that you're in.
Yeah, I think I love a small school as well.
Yeah.
I went to Michigan a few weeks ago. I went to a football game, and I think that's great for a weekend, but I could never imagine myself at a big school like that.
I couldn't do it either. But the women's program is also getting really competitive. You guys have been an incredibly strong team the past couple of years. So what stands out, would you say, about the women's basketball program here? You talked about the Australian connection with you coming here, but what do you think stands out from you guys from other programs that really allows you to be competitive in the A10 and nationally the way you guys are?
Yeah, I think the coaches invest a lot into us on a personal level as well as as a team. I have a great relationship with all of the coaches. I feel comfortable talking about anything in my life with them. And I think Gail also does a great job of letting the other coaches lead in their own ways, whether that be in practice, running drills, or having a say in scout and things like that. I think she does a great job. Other programs, you only have the head coach contributing really, but I think all the coaches play their part and do a great job. And obviously as well, we get along so well as a team, and I think that helps. A lot of programs you have, not everyone necessarily gets along great. So I think I love that about it here. And I'd be singing with my teammates and making TikToks all the time. So
yeah, you guys seem like a very tight-knit group.
Yeah, and why would you not want to play basketball with your best friends every day? So
yeah,
that's great.
Awesome. You're going into your sophomore year, obviously. From freshman to sophomore year, you've seen a whole season of college basketball. You've seen the teams you're going to play. You have a lot more experience, a lot more confidence, I would say, going into these games. What do you think you personally have grown the most? Well, which part of your game has grown the most going from your freshman year to your sophomore year? And what are you most excited to do out on the court or be able to do out on the court this year?
I think I'm definitely feeling more confident.
Yeah.
Last year, it was just getting to know college basketball. And I think now that I have that under my belt, I definitely have a lot more experience going into this year. I think college basketball is different in like the physicality sense. And I think coming in, like the first game, I ran over 3 people, so many charges. I'm like, oh dear, like this is completely different to playing at home where like from a physicality aspect. So I think I've definitely gotten better at that, like controlling like my movement, I guess. I think I'm better at finding my teammates, to be honest, as well. Like I sort of know a bit better of like where they're going to be on the court and things like that.
The system better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think Davidson basketball is similar to the Australian style of basketball with like we play in transition a lot and we don't run too many sets. So I think just knowing, like coming back this year, I know what we're running and I know how it's going to look, and I love playing in transition. So I think we do a lot more of that this year, and I think that really plays to my strengths of playing fast. So yeah, that'll be good.
Absolutely. We missed a question for the intro. Emilie, I want to hear your takes on this. For younger listeners, do you have any advice to future college athletes or things you've learned to guide them along their journey?
Yeah. I had one of my state coaches from 16s and 18s. She said to me, never think that you're better than anyone else, but never think anyone else is better than you. And I really like that. I think that keeps you quite level-headed, particularly like college basketball is like a whole different beast. And I think it's very important to stay confident in your own abilities. And we play a whole bunch of really good teams, and just being able to stay confident and know your trust in your ability to play, I think is really important. And I feel like everyone in high school comes from being the best in their high school team or whatever when you play at such a high level. So knowing that everyone around you is great and everyone has different things to contribute, I think just playing to your own strengths and knowing that you have a team of other players around you who can also do great things is really important to remember.
Yeah. I think that's really wise. Do you have anything outside of basketball that, you know, when you haven't had a good day in the gym or something like that you like to go away and do? Any hobbies that you like to do to kind of take your mind away from it when college basketball gets a little bit, because it can be intense sometimes, like you said. It's very intense. There's a lot of pressure put on you from the coaches and all that. You know, you're here to play basketball, and when you're not having a good day, it's kind of difficult sometimes. So do you have things that you like to do that can kind of take you away from the game and help you stay in a good headspace?
Yeah, I really like cooking.
Yeah.
So that's...
What's the most recent thing you've cooked?
I think I don't live in an apartment, so that's kind of hard. But sometimes my teammate JT and I, we make dinner in her apartment together.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. We delegate the roles. We cook up a nice taco bowl or something like that.
She's like your sous chef and you're in there bossing around.
Yeah, we work well together in the kitchen. So yeah, I like doing that after a tough day.
Oh, that's nice. If Gordon Ramsay was judging a dish of yours, what would you make?
Yeah, what would you make him?
Your best dish.
That's a great question. I think I make pretty good tacos.
Well, I
think he'd enjoy some Mexican.
Some Mexican cuisine.
Yeah, that's good. I make a pretty good taco as well. You know who else makes a really good taco? Burritos. Who are the sponsor of this podcast, just saying. Another thing, talking about your interests and passions, we know you put out a mental health app, Sports Spark, with your teammate JT, right? Who you said you do a lot of cooking with. So do you want to talk about that, where that came from, kind of what you're trying to achieve with that app?
Yeah. So Sports Spark is a mental health and well-being app specifically for college athletes. And it basically allows college athletes to connect with one another anonymously across all different sports, across America. And the idea sort of started because I'm so close with all my teammates. I feel comfortable to talk to any of my teammates about my problems, but not everyone is, and not everyone wants to go to therapy. So the idea of Sports Park is to have a trustworthy and supportive community where you can share any of your problems, share advice with other people in just a supportive environment. And it all started in January over winter break. JT and I were in the hotel. We were like, this is a big problem. Mental health is such a big issue that all college athletes face. And we wish that there was some alternative to therapy that athletes could benefit from. So we came up with this idea, and we've got like a pretty much almost finished app, which is really exciting.
So is it coming out? Has it come out yet, or it's very close to?
We're testing it at the moment, and we're still working on it, but we'd like it to be out end of the year.
That's awesome.
Be great. Yeah.
How are you developing that app?
We actually have developers based out of Texas, and they've been doing a great job developing it. We draw up the design, and then we send it to them, and they put it into the app. And we've done a lot of back and forth, and then we ended up hiring an intern over the summer who's been great. She is redid our user interface and things like that, because I don't really have much design experience. Like JT and I can do the basics of it, but she really made it come to life, and I think it looks a lot better now. So we're really excited to see where that keeps on going.
I'm looking forward to when you can get that finished and get it out.
That's super interesting. Wow. How much of that is a mental health well-being aspect versus a mental performance standpoint? Is it more of an outlet, or can you use it for that other side?
Yeah, we also have like morning and evening check-ins and journaling in the app, and eventually we want to have articles on it, and later down the track, we want to incorporate a therapist into the app as well. We also found that like here at Davidson, there's like Madison as our therapist. She's great. I've seen her. I love going to see her, but sometimes it can be hard to get an appointment, and maybe I don't have that big of an issue that I want to talk about. It might just be a really small thing about my day, which I just want to share with someone. And maybe someone's going through that exact same issue, but they feel alone and they don't feel like they can talk to anyone about it. An example that we like to give is, say your team wins a big game, but you didn't play. And you don't want to bring that negative energy into the locker room. You just had a great team win. You want to celebrate it with your teammates, but you don't really have anyone else to talk to about that with that problem on the team. So where can you go? Well, you can just type into this anonymous forum, and there might be someone on the West Coast who's going through the exact same thing in another sport who you can connect with and share what you're going through, and just know that you're not alone.
Yeah, because I feel like that happens so often in, like we were saying, college basketball, but also college athletics, where you have to deal with so many of these things on your own. You know, you're treated like a professional athlete, but at the same time, we're 19, 20, 21 years old, and we're all still trying to figure out exactly what we've got going on up here. It's difficult to do on your own. So I think your app is a tremendous idea, and I'm really excited to see where it goes and to use it.
It's really smart in my opinion, because when someone thinks about going to a therapist, you're immediately going to think about this huge issue that you have in your life that you need to deal with right now. But really oftentimes your life is dictated by really small micro moments that kind of build towards something bigger. And so being able to acknowledge those smaller moments with somebody else and just be able to, at the very least, like get it out, often dissipates the problem.
Yeah.
I think I might download that app. Let me download it.
It definitely will.
Yeah, I'll send you the link so you can test
plug in
it. Don't worry.
Spark. Shameless plug, Sports Spark on the Inside Out show. I think we're getting to the end of it, but we wanted to wrap up with some fun questions. Would you say we've got a couple down here. Do you have any favorite movie, TV shows that you like watching right now while you're cooking with JT? And
I do have a favorite movie. It's called The Intern.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have watched it.
Peyton's pumping his
He's
fist.
really old, like Robert De Niro, and he gets hired as a senior intern. Such a good film. I think I've watched it like 4 times. Just a real feel-good one. I love it.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Sam, you got anything? Do you want to throw something in?
Oh, interesting point. Do you know my mom is Australian?
No, I did not know that.
So she's Australian. Both my sisters were born there. My dad lived there for 20 years. Half Aussie. I like to claim it. She sent me a Costco bundle of Tim Tams.
Yum.
And for viewers who don't know, Tim Tam is like got to be one of the prize of Australia.
Yeah, definitely.
How would you describe what a Tim Tam is?
I would say a biscuit with a lot of chocolate.
You can't say biscuit to these southern.
Oh, because they'll think it's a scone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a
Twix.
like a crunch and some chocolate.
It's delicious.
But it is delicious. I have a packet in my room right now.
Do you?
That's
Yeah.
good.
So I just want to bring that up.
Yeah. Oh man, you did share me some of those Tim Tams the other day. They were really good. We have
really
them in New
kind of
Zealand
you.
too. I don't know if you
Oh,
guys
really?
claim them, Mr. Yeah.
How?
But we
know
have
that.
them in New Zealand as well. Emily, thank you for coming onto the show and sharing a bit about your journey and about your app and everything that you've been doing to get you here. It was great. I really enjoyed listening.
Thank you.
We have this $25 Carburritos gift card for you.
Thank you
So
so
you can
much.
go down there and get yourself some lunch or some dinner or
That's great.
whatever you want.
We just want to thank you, Emily, for coming on to the Inside Out show. We really appreciate your attendance.
Yeah, kicking off the season with a bang. So thank you
Yeah.
for
Thanks for having me, guys. It's been great.
Here we have our second guest in the Inside Out show, Josh Scovens. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great, Joe. Hunter?
Yeah, Josh, it's great to have you here, man. You're a new member of this team along with Sam and a lot of the other guys we have. So we want to give the fans that watch this podcast the opportunity to get to know you. You're quite an extroverted person. I'm sure they're going to see a lot of you on the sidelines and on the court yelling and screaming, but it's good to give them a perspective that they wouldn't usually see. So that's why I've got you here.
Let's do it. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, man. You want to get straight into it, Sammy?
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose starting off, Josh, can you talk about your journey, how you got to Davidson, what life was like before that, your intro to basketball? Just give us all of it.
Give us an elevator story.
Well, obviously, I started at Army. I entered the transfer portal, and Davidson's where I landed. I've been playing basketball since I was a little kid. I didn't really take it serious till COVID. So that's when I started like training and like actually putting in the work for it. Other than that, it was just an extracurricular sport. I went to Page High School in Greensboro.
Okay.
It was kind of like a feeder school for my high school because my high school didn't have a team. I went to all male school.
Same.
Yeah.
I've been there,
Yeah. So I had to play for my home school, and that's where I'm at now.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, obviously you're new to the team. You hadn't known Sam or I before you showed up here. What do you remember about first meeting Sam and I? I know it was probably two separate occasions, but like,
Yeah,
what were your
so,
first impressions of both
Okay.
of us?
Okay. I was working camp. I'll start with Hunter. I was working camp, and it was like a long day. I was on my legs. I was reffing, and he came through like that side door over
I
there,
remember this.
and it was just like you just came in, you were smiling. I just came like dapped you up like I knew you forever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "How you doing?" Like I seen you with your girlfriend. I was like, "How you doing? How's your summer?" Acted like you were just my teammate forever.
I remember that.
That's pretty much it. And then from that day, we just kept our legs running.
Yeah.
Sam, we met at Brick House on our visit.
We never talked.
We didn't really
that
talk. Yeah.
When we were both in the portal, we knew that
Yeah.
Davidson was looking at both of us.
Yeah. Nah, at all. And then
But I knew of you because of Ethan Roberts.
Yeah.
Transferred from Army.
Same.
I knew of you. So we were one link away from each other.
Yeah.
So, it felt like we were already best friends.
Yeah. Shout out Bo. But yeah. So and then like we kind of really met after we both got dropped back off the hotel. We kind of like met up in the hotel and talked. And like introduced ourselves.
Likely that might have been the deciding moment for me.
Was David's such a great guy. I want to be his teammate or what?
Yeah. Had Brick House.
Yeah.
Shout out Brick House. And we're back at the hotel. I'm recapping the time with my dad and my agent Doug, who you know. And Josh and I text each other like, "What are you doing? Want me to know? Let's talk." And we go to Josh's room.
Yeah.
At the hotel, and we chat for about an hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey. And keep in mind, it was a pretty unique situation where at that point was also still looking at Penn and considering coming back to Penn.
Wow.
And Josh as well was looking at Penn.
Oh, huh.
In a way, it was a package deal at the situation.
Almost, yeah.
Where you're weighing both options, and we know that we do want to go into the school together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whichever one it was. And I was leaning towards Davidson already, and quite honestly, I was trying to give him
a little push.
give him the Kool-Aid to get us both to Davidson. But after that talk, personally, it really helped my decision. So from your position, what was that like?
It was cool, to be honest. I didn't realize you were like such a cool guy, because I talked to Bo, and like through that third link, we finally got to talk, and it was just like, yeah, we're considering the same things, kind of going through the same situation, because obviously you were thinking about returning to your school you transferred from. I was also thinking about going back to Army. So it was just like we kind of were in the same situation and just hit it off, and it kind of helped me too, in a sense of like seeing where my feet were at and just realizing like maybe this is a spot.
Yeah, well,
for
Didn't
sure.
you guys commit to Davidson on the same day?
Yeah, we did.
Good. Yeah.
yes.
We kind of joked about it. Like since that day, we were like, we should commit together.
Yeah.
And then it actually turned into a thing where it's like, all right, let's do it.
That's funny.
That day, it was that when Austin released the triple bang tweet?
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Three, yeah.
The
Steph Curry thing, yeah.
Because Parker committed first,
Yeah.
and then you and I came together. But we didn't know is that JQ was also going to be part of the package.
Yeah, for sure.
The package.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. Because now you guys live together as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if our viewers have seen it, but you made that ad with Bed in the Box. It was really funny. I feel like you guys have a chemistry that goes beyond what we see on the court. So that's really funny that's where it started from.
For sure.
It's pretty wholesome, honestly.
Yeah, it is, honestly.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Here's one for you, Josh. What is something you've learned about this program that has been emphasized the most since being at Davidson?
I want to start with something I learned about this program is that the brotherhood is serious. Where I came from, Army, like that, how close you are was something that I didn't know if I would get somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing that I came into somewhere where we all care about each other just as much as the last man or the first man. Like, it doesn't matter. We're all pretty close, and it's a blessing because not all teams are like that.
Yeah.
We barely have any egos, and we're just all ready to be coming to work every day to win and get better.
Yeah.
But like in the Davidson's sense of what they emphasize, obviously TCC, trust, commitment, and care in each other, and in the process, we also emphasize all the details, and it matters. We're starting to see it day by day, and I think we're starting to learn how much it matters, and it's showing on the court.
It's been a great feeling coming into a new environment and being able to adjust and buy in into something.
Yeah.
That is a worry when, as a transfer, like I loved my time at Penn, and I loved the people that were there, and that was a worry for me where I'm leaving some of the best friends I've ever had.
Exactly.
Coming into a new place, and now here I am with another set of people that I love, and in an environment that I love.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that experience is the same for everybody, but for me, that makes me feel very fortunate and very grateful for the decision that we both have made.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's something to be said about being able to come into a program and be yourself straight away.
Yes.
Scove, like, you've got this great energy. Like I said, you're very extroverted, both on and off the court. Is that something you've always had as a basketball player? I can imagine you've kind of been like this your whole life off the court, but like, have you always been this vocal, outspoken, kind of lead from the front guy that you are, or have you had to grow into that through your time in college basketball?
I would say I have, but at first, like, I was shy.
Yeah.
I was always a shy guy growing up until I just started to hit a point of I don't care what people think about me, and I'll just show my personality whether I'm on or off the court, and that's kind of what I've grown into now.
Yeah.
Where I do whatever I do, and I just keep pushing about my day. I don't really care what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
Can you talk about when that switch happened for you? I'm always curious to see how personalities change and your identity become this person who is unfazed. Because talking to Ebo before I knew about you, and Ebo, Ethan Roberts from Penn, player, he was talking about his experience at Army. It was hard. It's an incredibly difficult experience, but also rewarding at the same time. And while he was talking about you, he mentioned how nothing phases that guy. And now getting to know you, I see it. But here you're telling me that you were shy. Initially, you were phased at a certain point in your life, and that changed. Well, what was there, this inflection point, this moment in your life that happened, or was it this gradual change as you got older?
For sure. I would say my senior year of high school, I went through like not a tough patch, but like a patch that all kids go through that want to go Division I. But I kind of I missed my AAU season because of an ankle injury, so I didn't really have any offers. I played my whole season. I was one of the better players, one of the best players in Greensboro, North Carolina, in my opinion, and still no offers, nothing to come but Army. And I kind of trusted in it. And obviously as a young kid, you don't really want to go into the Army, but when I got there, it kind of opened me up to realize that this is a experience that I'm going to be able to grow from.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I did. I used that experience. It was tough, obviously, at times, but it's kind of made me to who I am now. And I just used it, and it's built me to where I lead now, how I lead now.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Do you have a specific story from your time at Army that you can think of that really was one of these moments where it's all right, I've got to flip this switch and I have to get through this because I have no choice.
For sure. Probably basic training. It's a 3-week basic training at prep, and then it's a 6-week. I would say my first basic training at prep, maybe 3 days into it, I was just missing home, just not even knowing what I was doing. I hadn't touched the ball yet.
Yeah.
Had no idea what I was doing. Had no idea what my future looked like, what type of player I was going to be. I was just lost. And then I was I got to figure it out. Either I'm going to quit, which that's never me. I'm not a quitter. Or I'm just going to figure it out and get through this. And that's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
So one day, probably went to bed crying or something, just upset about missing my family. And then 5 a.m. banging on my door, telling me to wake up, get ready for physical training, and kind of just click all right, figure it out. Let's do it today. Really buy into what the Army was going to give me, and I did.
Yeah. Have you seen yourself change since that experience at Army Prep and Army? Did that mold you into something new?
Yeah, it molded me into a man. Cliche, obviously. I hate to say that, but it molded me into a man. I speak up for myself. I'm more disciplined with how I go about my daily life. I wake up early. I clean my room, make my bed every day, and it's kind of how I view things in life. You get things earlier done in the day, and kind of get to chill throughout. Yeah,
I feel like that experience probably makes college basketball now seem not a cakewalk because it's still difficult, but you've experienced so much off the court, and then having to play college basketball on top of that you come to a place like Davidson, you can really focus on who you are as a basketball player, who you are as a student. And I think that's probably really going to show itself this year. You have this look about you. It's almost when we get into the game and bullets start flying and it gets tough and you just get this look about you and you're all right, I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah.
You kind of scrunch your face.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're in that moment and the intensity gets up, you're almost at home there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's one thing I've noticed about you.
In the war.
You relish that.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I honestly, it's funny because at Army, the media guy always used to joke that he can never get a good picture of me because I'm always grimacing and my face is just always scrunched up.
Yeah. And you probably find a little photo of that.
It's probably because I just play so hard, or I try to play so hard, and it definitely shows. And you're right, when I get in that mode or when I get in the environment of just it's time to go, I feel good and I feel comfortable and just playing so hard and just letting my emotions out.
Yeah.
No matter I literally feel like nobody's watching me and I just feel in the moment.
Yeah.
So I guess it shows.
I think that's the most rewarding part about basketball to me at this stage in life and in my career is when it comes to nut cutting time. There is nothing. Honestly, I don't think there's anything more in my life that centers me and makes me more present in the moment.
Yeah.
There's this purpose that it gives you, and this like intensity that I see in you. That I see in all of us when we get into okay, there's 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
It's a tie ball game. Like the time is now.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most rewarding things in life. that brings you to this experience of a collective goal.
Yeah.
That is what makes Davidson so special, because we're also bought into this brotherhood and this goal to win a basketball game, and we put so much time and effort into it that we feel as though we deserve it. But actually going out there and enacting that and observing you in those moments has been pretty special for me. It makes me look to you as a leader and know that like I can trust you in those moments.
Appreciate that.
I agree with that.
Appreciate that.
It's pretty cool.
For sure.
I was trying to think of another segue to keep that conversation going, but I feel like we kind of exhausted that.
The best piece of advice you received about basketball, I think it's important to have great mentors. Can you talk about that? Like who led you to be where you are now?
Okay. I have 3 things. I have 3 pieces of advice. My first one from my teammate Joe, our teammate Joe.
Yeah.
Is staying down.
Stay down. Yep.
Really.
Joke.
We joke about it, but like if you really think about it, staying down is like important because I mean there's always ups and downs, and you never know. Like whenever you're up, you never know when your down is gonna be. So always stay down and just keep fighting and get up.
Yeah.
Until you finally reach that point of retirement to where, you know what I'm saying, you're up.
Yeah.
My second piece of advice is from my like kind of trainer / brother, Emilie. He always tells me never too high, never too low.
Yep.
Kind of keeps you even keel. You have a good game, you have a bad game, just keep going and stay there, because if consistency is always key, especially in college basketball.
Yeah.
And my third piece of advice is from my grandfather, my papa. He tells me, shout out papa. Every game since high school, he's texted me and he tells me to just unleash the beast every time. And like in my opinion, I take that as just like play like a dog.
Yeah.
Play like a dog every game, no matter if you make shots, miss shots, if you have 0 points, if you have 100 points, who cares? Play like a dog, and everything else will follow.
I bet that would give you a certain peace of mind, because at that point it focuses on the controllable.
Yeah.
And you're no longer outcome oriented in your performance. It's more of who am I and your identity on the court.
Exactly.
It tastes like how you feel about yourself.
Exactly.
It's good advice.
I should take that. It's like that alter ego manimal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, well this conversation's been great, but we're going to wrap it up with some fun closing questions. So Scove, one we've got here. Who is the most famous person in your contacts in your phone? You have anybody in mind?
I'm a pretty boring guy.
Yeah.
Especially with my phone. I don't really have anybody famous. I would say probably Sam's dad. Shout out Double B's. Brett Brown, man. Shout out Double B's. Probably Sam's dad in my phone.
That's funny. Shout out Double B.
Shout out Double B's.
You think he's watching?
Said we gotta send him a clip. We gotta send him a clip.
And so, 3 dinner guests with non-sports people, or I suppose sports people if you really want to. Who would you pick?
Okay. I mean, you gave me the option to put a sports person in there. I'll use LeBron. LeBron James.
Classic.
For sure. LeBron.
We got some old listeners. They're not just...
Yeah, no. They're probably Wilt fans.
Yeah, they probably are Will fans. LeBron. Probably Denzel Washington.
Wow.
That's a great actor. I mean,
Yeah.
and then I would go MLK.
Whoa. What a table. That's pretty odd.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to say at a table. I'd just be sitting.
I was
listening.
whoa. Yeah. I wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Your guesses, but you're not supposed to say anything. You're just there to observe.
Like, wow.
Oh man, have you seen Denzel? What's that movie he's in? The American Gangster. Yes, that one. That was good. I watched that one. You gotta watch that. Really good.
Josh, what can we expect from you this year in terms of game drip?
You go back to that long hair you had in high school.
Yeah. Okay. I was really hoping we got to that question.
She's been thinking.
You were? I was. I was gonna point it out that we need to get to that one, but okay, here we go. Game drip first. I try to switch it up every game. You can expect probably everything Matt will let me do. I'll do it. Probably no headband, arm sleeve, probably not, but leg sleeves, double tights, single leg tights, anything.
But everything.
Definitely. I'll probably try to switch up my shoes too, but.
Oh yeah, you came out in the you had some custom SpongeBob and Patrick Curry's
Fire
against the sales, which were pretty sweet.
Fire. And then my long hair, my dreads, I've been thinking about them, probably like 70-30 to going back.
Really?
70% going back, 30% I'm still like, Yeah. But I think I'll get my dreads back probably like by end of next year. Belk will definitely see me with my hair probably like right here and it'll be a different look for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Different. You should insert a picture of me with my dreads.
The young one.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
For sure. For sure.
I think it's popped up in our team group a couple times, yeah. Well, Scove, this has been great to have you on and hear a bit about your journey and everything that you've done to get you here. I think it's been really insightful. We've got this $25 Carburritos gift card for you.
Higher.
So you can go have some lunch or something like that.
Eat this.
But yeah, thank you for coming and being a guest on our podcast, Sam.
Appreciate y'all, man. My brothers. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
for sure.
So this has been the second episode of the Inside Out Show. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening to our interviews with Josh and with Emilie. Tune in next time for some more great interviews and whatnot. But thanks. See you next time. Just a reminder, men's and women's basketball season tickets and single game tickets are available now on davidsonwildcats.com, or you can call the Davidson Athletics tickets office. We'd love to see you pack Belk Arena this year.
Finally, Carburritos is offering free chips and queso with purchase of an entree when you mention the Inside Out Show again this year.